So I'm getting ready to go across country on a 10-day motorcycle trip. And like many other vacations, you always feel like this is something that's going to end up hindering your fitness growth or your progress. Well, whenever you're traveling, you always have three different things that you can do. Whenever you're traveling, you always have three different things that you can do. You can either A, find a gym, that's wherever it is that you're going to be. You can either B, try to work out without a gym, or C, an option that we have our resistance bands. These go up to 180 pounds, and this way I always make sure that I have my gym with me. A lot of people may be critical of resistance bands. You sit there and say, hey, it's not going to give me the weight that I want. You get put two of these bands, it goes up to 300 pounds of resistance. But the thing about this is I never have to compromise my workout. I like living by the motto of no excuses. I'm not going to ever make up any excuses as to why I can't get in the gym, why I can't progress, why I can't continue to make moves. So going across country for 10 days, that's a long trip. We're doing this with Mission M25 and Run for the Wall to honor our veterans and to bring awareness for those who've been killed in action, missing in action, POWs, those that still haven't been brought back home. And we understand that there are still those soldiers out there that need us. They were willing to die for us, so we need to be able to step up for them. This is nothing different than what we find in the book of Romans, where it says that some may die for a good man, but while we were all sinners, Christ died for all. Christ died for us. So we give up our lives to him. A life of sacrifice is the life that we want to live. Sacrifice is something that will always 100% translate over to the gym. Why? Because a lot of times it feels like you're sacrificing your body. And I definitely know when it comes to diet, there are sacrifices that you have to make. You've got to give up that junk food. You've got to give up that comfortability. You've got to give up sometimes those evenings or mornings sleeping in or laying on the couch because you understand what you're working for. Christ died for you, which means that you are valuable because your value is always dependent upon how much someone was willing to pay for it. And if somebody was willing to pay up their life for you, that means you are valuable. So honor your body that way. Continue to work out, continue to get in the gym, whether you're on vacation or whether you're not. If you have to go and find another gym, go and do it. Maybe it's going to cost a little more than normal, but you'll still be able to go and stay on progress, and you won't be beating yourself up from coming back home and saying, man, now I just took a week off and look at the results that I'm missing. Or figure out some calisthenic workouts. Calisthenics may not be your thing, but it's good in a pinch. The way that we look at all of this, whether it's going to another gym, calisthenics, or using our resistance bands, you want to make sure that you stay consistent. Consistency is key. Consistency is the thing that's going to bring you about results. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be consistently at a level 10 every single day. Because even when you have everything working out the exact way that you want it to, you're never going to always be at that level 10. Some days you may feel a little worse. You'll be at a 7 or a 6. But if you're consistently showing up, if you're consistently putting in effort, if you're consistently giving it your all, then you will end up finding that all of that added up together makes a huge difference, because 10 and 5 is still 15. But if you just drop off and you only got that 5 in, you only got that 10 in, you're still at least 5 or 10 short. This is the way we have to look at our daily lives. You're never always going to be able to be at 100%. And that's okay, because we understand that our progress is the thing that gets us closer to perfection. That's why we consistently strive for the mark. This is what Paul is talking about in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, where he's saying, I run the race in such a way so that I may win the crown. He understands that there's going to be issues in any kind of training. There's always going to be issues. You're going to be beating up your body. You're going to be bringing it into submission. You're going to be trying to get it to do the things that you exactly want, so that you can make those results and you can get that win. Is it always going to work out the best way? No. Is it always going to work out the way that you plan it? No. But that doesn't give us any excuse not to put in that kind of effort. You have to continually strive, continually push. But some people will look at this and say, what does this mean? Okay, well, maybe I'm not just being comfortable in God. I need to be comfortable with who I am. Yes. You have to be comfortable with who you are. As he said also, by the grace of God, I am what I am, and his grace is not without effect. It is because you are comfortable in who you are. It is because you're content in your relationship with Christ that causes you to do like Paul, where he says, I worked harder than all of the rest, not to earn my place, but because of my place, I'm not going to take that place in vain. I'm not going to look at what God has given me and just say, okay, I'm going to sit back and let God do all the work. We want to be partners with him in bringing that kingdom down here to earth. Working on your bodies is part of that equation, because if you're unhealthy and people need to minister to you, then you can't go and minister to others because you're lying sick in the bed or you don't have the energy to do it. Stay on your goals, stay consistent, keep pushing. In the gym, out the gym, with your diet, on vacation, every season, make sure that you are ready, because you never know when God is going to call on you to step up.